Top news headlines. Accused in Malika Begum murder case found dead in Bishnupur district. Three injured in bomb attack at 15 places in Bengal's Jagatal. BJP slams police. India sees 35,871 new COVID-19 cases in a day, highest daily spike in 2021. And Myanmar faces growing isolation as military tightens grip. A very good afternoon and welcome to Times of Manipur News today at 1 p.m. This is MASACO giving you the latest news updates. Before we move on to the news, a COVID advisory for the general public. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. And now the news in detail. An accused in the murder of 21-year-old Malika Begum of Kwakta Municipal Council Ward No. 7 in Bishnupur district was found dead yesterday. The body of 27-year-old Nongyai Mayum Anish, son of Jalaluddin of Terakhongsangbi Ward No. 1, was found at around 2:30 p.m. at a location in Torbung Sabal Lekai, about 13 km from Moirang police station. Police informed that the deceased was a drug addict. Malika Begum, daughter of late Nizamuddin, was found murdered at Tharoiro Khongnung Laithin Maning Kwakta in Bishnupur district on March 15th last. Meanwhile, post-mortem was conducted on the mortal remains of Malika Begum yesterday. However, her family members have refused to claim the body. Her body is still lying unclaimed at the mortuary of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences RIMS, Imphal. On the other hand, police have picked up the body of Nongyai Mayum Anish and deposited it at the RIMS morgue. Three people, including a child, were reportedly injured in a crude bomb attack at multiple locations in West Bengal's North 24 Parganas district last night. According to media reports, the incident took place at Gully No. 17 in Jagatal. The spot is not too far from the residence of Barakpur BJP MP Arjun Singh. Police reports said some unidentified men hurled bombs in Gully No. 17, which falls under the 18th number ward in Bhatpara municipality yesterday. Bombs were reportedly hurled at 15 places in the city, and the accused also broke CCTV cameras at various spots. The Jagatal police arrived at the spot but were met with protests from the angry locals. It has been alleged that one bomb was hurled in the presence of police. As of now, it is not clear who was involved in the bombing and the motive behind the attack. India recorded this year's record high of 35,871 new cases of coronavirus today, pushing the country's overall case tally to 1.14 crore. As per the Health Ministry's data released this morning, India saw 17,741 recoveries and 172 deaths in the last 24 hours, registering an increase of more than 20,000 cases for the 8th day in a row. The total active caseload rose to 2.5 lakh as per the ministry's data. Reports said that a total of 1,59,216 deaths have been reported so far in India, including 53,080 from Maharashtra, followed by 12,564 from Tamil Nadu, 12,407 from Karnataka, and 10,948 from Delhi. The number of people who have recovered from the disease, meanwhile, surged to 1,10,63,025, the data stated. Single-day spike of over 35,000 new coronavirus cases is the highest daily rise since early December. As many as 30,254 new infections were recorded in a span of 24 hours on December 13th. Maharashtra reported 23,179 new cases of coronavirus on Wednesday, the highest single-day infection count so far in 2021. Manipur registered 7 new COVID-19 cases in the past 24 hours. The total tally stands at 29,323 according to the Manipur government COVID-19 Common Control Room. The state's coronavirus active cases stand at 28, while the recovered cases reached 28,922. The recovery rate is 98.63%, while the death toll remains at 373. Myanmar faced growing isolation today with increasingly limited internet services and its last private newspaper ceasing publication as the military built its case around ousted elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi. Reuters said Nobel Peace Laureate Suu Kyi was overthrown and detained in a February 1st military coup that triggered mass protests across the country that the security forces have struggled to suppress with increasingly violent tactics. The total documented number of people killed in the unrest stood at 217, but the actual toll was probably much higher, the Assistance Association for Political Prisoners activist group said. Western countries have condemned the coup and called for an end to the violence and for the release of Suu Kyi and others. Asian neighbors have offered to help find a solution to the crisis. Large parts of an economy already reeling from the novel coronavirus have been paralyzed by the protests and a parallel civil disobedience campaign of strikes against military rule, while many foreign investors are reassessing plans. The report also added the UN Food Agency warned this week that rising prices of food and fuel across the country could undermine the ability of poor families to feed themselves. And now it's time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Panthoibi Construction Private Limited, developing tomorrow, presents Panthoibi Green Homes, a destination of luxury living, equipped with modern amenities. Launching on 12th of April 2021. Pre-register starts from 1st of March to get special discount. Panthoibi Green Homes. For more details, kindly contact Panthoibi Construction Private Limited, Uripok Taurang Bamlaika, Imphal.
Panthoibi Construction Private Limited na miyam gidamak G+2 dagi G+6 ta upgrade tawkraba residential project amakak launch tawzar. Upon Masembam ki 10% amok down payment pibiraga lemoriba 90% aduna chahida 6.99% ki changda thagi installment basis ta thibirak payagan. Ngasi maleng simbiro Panthoibi Construction Private Limited, a sister company of Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited, Torambam Lekai.
In studies, in sports, in science, in arts, in competitions, in caring for the environment, in life, nothing but excellence for a holistic learning with a difference. Shishu Nishthaniketan, nothing but excellence.
Welcome back after the break. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister YAS Latpao Haukip, today flagged off a bike rally from Kuman Lampak in Imphal, organized by Rekit Benkinsa, Adventist Development and Relief Agency (ADRA), to give awareness on sexual health and rights to the youth. The Birds and Bees talk was the theme of the rally. This bike rally will give awareness to around 2 million youths of Northeast India. Yas Minister Latpao Haukip, among others, attended the event. Minister Latpao Haukip, during the program, expressed concern over increasing sexual crimes in Manipur.
Nopi like tambay mathau tadia gaina torambado ado to overcome asimayam si lanthok na ba hotna bada masini asmai tawgadabni haibagi subject to ni kupna haidragasu aduna masi moy ARDA ga ADRA ga moy tongmenar ga education ga koloina na tawminna ba pot amo oibani na yamna thagat na ngai ni asmai thamjage.
A team of Taubal Police Commando and Women Police Station arrested a woman overground worker of banned Pre-Park Pro at Salungpham Auto Parking of Wangjing Bazaar on the National Highway 102 yesterday. A police report identified the arrested as Laishram Ningol Ketrimayum Ongbi Kavita Devi, aged 33 years, wife of KSH Bimol Singh from Bangladesh. Upon interrogation, Kavita disclosed that she was working for the outfit under the command of her husband KSH Bimol Singh since 2015. She also disclosed that Bimol is currently holding the rank of second lieutenant in Pre-Park Pro organization. She was handed over to Taubal Police Station. BJP Manipur State ST Morcha Vice President and intending candidate of the upcoming Assembly Elections 2022, Jay Khongsai, released the premiere show of Kuki film Patsesa yesterday at Moray Mission Veng Auditorium Hall. The film is produced by Tribal Wood Production. Social workers Kupo Tombing and Chinyo Tautang were also present during the event. Lakhipur Football Academy Kasar condoled the demise of A. Thoiba Singh. Late Thoiba was the vice president of Lakhipur Football Academy besides serving as a football coach. Office bearers of Lakhipur Football Academy held a condolence meet yesterday at the playground of Earl Higher Secondary School located at Kasar, Lakhipur. It's time for another short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Saklon Ama Lakliba Tangza Numitsigi Saklon Amagi Thoramda Miyangi Togalgi Damak Matam Sang na Togdang Yabirak Laba Saknai Raba Sumang Kumhaigi Nupi Konzel Saysakpa Laysang Tem Kanta Amasung Nupa Konzel Saysakpa Nongmai Tem Ibomcha Oza Ani Punna Saru Yabigadari Adomsu Aikoigi number 7629-943-543 number asida call tawbiraktuna thoram asibu mapung phaminasi
Tom Cable ki subscriber sing the khanganjari madudi subscriber sing na channel suna amadi ayet apan yaudana yengbinaba recharge tawbiyo Pizariba package sing the basic package ta lupa chani amadi atopa package sing da lupa chahum yankhai chamri amadi chamri yankhai pijari Recharge taunabagi damak makhada pijariba khuthang ahum asidagi khanbiyu ahanbada online recharge online da recharge taunabagi damak tomtv.co.in da changbiduna yamna laiba process ta recharge tawiyu anisubada distributor recharge isa gi distributor sing da monthly subscription submit tawiduna recharge tawiyu natraga ahum subada office recharge Uripok Kosnam Lekai da leiba TOMTV ki office ta laktuna recharge tawiyu khanghanjariba Tom Cable Uripok Kosnam Lekai Imphal ekoi contact number 8974279099 natraga 8132089758
Welcome back after the break. The high-pitched campaigning for the assembly election in Bengal will continue as Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses rallies in Assam and Bengal today. A day before addressing rallies in the two poll-bound states, Prime Minister Modi said there is a desire for a change in Bengal with the BJP's agenda of good governance striking a chord among the people. Yesterday, TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee unveiled the party's manifesto promising a monthly universal basic income for all families, a credit card scheme for students to pursue higher studies, and formation of a task force to examine the inclusion. The Central Election Committee, CEC, of the BJP, meanwhile, met yesterday to finalize the party candidates for the seats for which it has so far not named its nominees for the upcoming state assembly elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing a rally in Bengal's Purulia today. Mizoram government has urged the centre to increase the supply of COVID-19 vaccine to the state. Mizoram Health Minister Dr. R. Lalthangliana made this request to the centre while attending the virtual interaction of chief ministers with Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the ongoing COVID-19 vaccination drive in the country. Dr. R. Lalthangliana, who spoke on behalf of Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga, talked about the present COVID-19 scenario and vaccination drive in the state and also the steps taken by the state government for successful containment of the pandemic. Mizoram at present has 15 active cases, while 4,417 people have recovered from the virus. The state has so far tested 2,43,889 samples. The COVID-19 death toll in Mizoram stands at 10. Mizoram's COVID-19 infection rate is 1.82% against the country's 4.99%. Haryana police today confirmed the news of wrestler Ritika Phogat's death and have begun their investigation into the case, DSP Ram Singh Bishnoi said. The media reports said Indian wrestling lost a young talent in Ritika who allegedly committed suicide by hanging herself to a ceiling fan on the night of March 15th after she lost a match a day prior to her death. Part of the famous Phogat family, 17-year-old Ritika was participating in the state-level sub-junior, junior women and men wrestling tournament at the Lohagar Stadium in Bharatpur, reports added. She lost the final bout by 1 point and then decided to take her life after not being able to cope with the heartbreaking loss, Haryana's Charkhi Dadri District Superintendent of Police Ram Singh Bishnoi said. The police have started their investigation into Ritika's death, they said. And now let's take a look at the local newspaper headlines. The Shanghai Express cannot send Myanmar exiles back, says Mizoram MP. Cases of deaths post-COVID vaccination. Health experts demand urgent investigation. 692 more vaccinated. Kurai protests rims students' death. Imphal Free Press. Emerging second peak of COVID-19 must be stopped immediately, says Prime Minister Modi. High Court directs state to take over children home founded by convict Timothy Changsan. ZRA cadre stabbed to death inside designated camp. High Court quashes recruitment rules for post of scientific assistant. Water supply to be affected in state as water scarcity sets in. The People's Chronicle. 3 school kids among 8 new cases in state. Solicitor General urges Supreme Court to demarcate amicus curiae role. Act decisively to curb second peak, Prime Minister tells Chief Ministers. MUKIIT sign Memorandum of Understanding for Entrepreneurial Development. Manipur Mail. Where has all the water gone? Working conditions of journalists. Connectivity is an important element of Act East policy, says Dr. Jitendra Singh. And now, before we wrap up, the top news headlines once again. Accused in Malika Begum murder case found dead in Bishnupur district. Three injured in bomb attack at 15 places in Bengal's Jagatal. BJP slams police. India sees 35,871 new COVID-19 cases in a day, highest spike in 2021. And Myanmar faces growing isolation as military tightens grip. And that's all for the news today at 1 p.m. Thank you for watching.